Hello, Arderians. We are on the day fourth of our global mission, 11 Days for Earth's Healing. And the day fourth is named as Ecological Corridor. What is Ecological Corridor? I'm sure this would cross your mind. Before that, I would say my name is Junaid Miman, the people who are watching me for the first time. And our foundation is called ARDEF, ARDEAF Foundation, which is based on India at this moment. And we are also present in 27 countries with our partner and associated NGOs. Slowly, we are taking this mission globally, and our mission is to rebuild the whole ecology through this citizens movement. Though the governments are doing their own trials and all that, however they want to do it, but at the same time, we as a responsible citizen of this planet, we all need to contribute to this action plan, and that's the only way we can reverse the impact of climate change. That's a long-term goal for us. And what I mean by ecological corridor, I just wanted to explain that, so maybe it's easier for all of you to participate in it productively. If you remember olden days, at least people of my age can always identify with that we used to have a lot of fruit trees, or the trees which used to be home for the birds, animals, for the bees in and around the city, also on the highways and at different places. Over the period of time when we started developing the new cities, the new roads, new highways, or with the time maybe tree also would have died, there are a lot of trees like that we have lost. I also remember as a child, I don't think so I've ever bought any fruit. We used to have the fruit trees in our backyard, or else we would go to the friend's home. They would have something similar to that, or maybe fruit. The fruit trees used to be also on the roads. People used to just pluck the fruit from there, and they used to eat. And that used to be seasonal, different season, different fruits. And I don't remember buying as a child, apart from certain things which could not be available in our area. Usually, the whatever fruit the local area could produce, most of the fruit we used to buy free of cost. We used to get free of cost. So I'm not saying that it should be fruit free of cost all the time, but the idea is that we had that as part of our ecology, and that's why the everything was balanced. The moment we start getting into this progress mode and the new development, the infrastructure development, road developments, buildings, cities, everything was developing over the period of time. And we have destroyed all this ecology which was naturally there. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, we are in the situation where if we don't correct it, we are calling for a big destruction. And that's the reason it's important that we should start contributing to that. We should start working on it. So the ecological corridor will be work on a two different parameter. One would be all the new highways as well as the old highways, which are national highways, cities highway, state highways. Every country has a different names to it. So definitely, I would not get into their specific name. It's about highways. They should have trees from the start to end wherever it's possible, and based on the local soil condition, local weather condition, whatever trees can be grown. It's not normal trees. We are talking about this trees which is very specific to which can nurture the other natural stuff. It should give shade for sure. It should be able to give some kind of a fruit where we can that can give fruit, eatable material for the small animals and birds and bees. They should able to get some juice out of it. We'll have to start working on that. We definitely have the list of multiple things with us, which is hundreds and millions of trees across the world. But definitely, I don't know where you're watching from, which area you're watching it from. If you don't have the local information, please send your inquiries to us, and we will send you the detail of the what kind of trees you should plant now on the highways. So at least that becomes the automatic ecosystem starts getting developed. I'll give you a simple example. If there is a tree close to highway, which is jamun tree, just for an example, which is called black plum in various countries. If I have I have a farmland close to that, and if I have a tree, the tree itself can create so much of bees for them that the pollination will become so easy for those farmers, the crop will grow up 50% or at least 30%, which without the trees that would have gone maybe, let's say, 1 ton 1 acre, it will go 1.3 acre to 1.5 acre, because now you have an engineer, which is god gifted engineer with you to do the pollination for you, and that they do very fast pollination. The farmer knows about it. I don't need to teach them, but this is for the people who are the more living in urban areas or who do not understand this. You must be passing those highways multiple times. There must be trees around the highways, but not which are of use. Now we'll have to start thinking about it, that it should be useful trees. Definitely, highway is not your area. Highways will be done by mostly governments and people who are into road development authorities. But at least you need to start pushing your authorities. You need to start. I'm sorry, Ramesh. I will revert to you when I finish my live call. I will not revert to you right now. So we'll have to start developing those kind of highways, which is ecological corridor, which can actually help only building our ecology. We don't want any other trees at this moment. That should be our mission for next 10 years. We do not need anything else. You must start writing to your local authorities. If not, at least start writing to us. We will, on your behalf, send those requests to certain areas where you think it's not there. That's number one. Number two, now city is in your control because you live in urban area. Most of the people who I'm addressing right now, they live in urban area, and urban area is the most impacted due to this climate change. So that it's important that we must work on a war footing, and we start developing these corridors within the city also. Don't wait for the authorities. Whatever fruit you eat, go and just put it inside the soil. Just dig the hole and put it inside. It will develop. Maybe all the seeds may not grow into a tree, but they'll start developing if you start putting wherever you find a land which is open land, wherever you find a even small space where you can just sow a seed. Please do that. Trust me, that itself will be a huge investment for your future generation, that you won't even realize when in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years the tree starts developing. If you live in your area and if you have done this within your vicinity, you can also keep eye on it so nobody destroys it, because that's the biggest problem. People destroy it. Maybe it's watered at once in a while. Those trees definitely don't need so much of water because they get their water from the ground, uh, at least the big trees. But still, if you think you can, initial days when you need to when they're growing up age, you can still give water once in a week. You keep taking care of them, they will take care of you. That's a simple rule of nature. You have to start taking care of nature. We have forgotten this for ages now. As I said, last 50 years has been the worst year for this whole ecology, and we have destroyed it multiple times. I have said this in different videos in different form, and it's a responsibility for all of us to rebuild it. Now we have to start building the ecological corridor. You need to do little research if you can about the your local area, what kind of a fruiting and what kind of a tree is important, which can help the ecology. If you cannot get the information, please send us the detail of your area, and we will do the research on the soil condition. We will do the research on the little bit of our climatic condition, and we will advise you. We will also let you know where you can get the seeds from. We can also advise you where you can get the maybe nursery from, because there are a lot of nurseries, the government nurseries, who are developing this kind of trees, but they also need to see the interest, how you are interested to do that. If nothing, you have a building compound, lot of places, building compound, your personal compound, your personal backyard. Those places also, if you start putting this now as a mission, that I have to build this ecological corridor, trust me, this will take 5 to 10 years to develop into result, but we have to start doing it now. The idea is of this 11 days of earth's healing is not about one day that we have celebrated one day today. This is just to give you a head start. This is just for you to understand that this is important for us, and now on we have to put this as our lifestyle practices. Sorry, we'll have to start putting it as a lifestyle practices, and we must make sure that we be responsible towards ecology. We must be responsible for environment. We must be responsible for everything we see around us, which is would be plant, tree, animal, bird, bees, anything, because they all are very important for us to for our survival. They're important for our survival. That's why they need to survive, and that's our responsibility. So I would not take too much of time on this today, because already this subject is going on from slowly from every day, and you are. I hope you're following up for following us on a various platform and reading about us. I'm still waiting for a lot of questions from you. You can write to us on mail, phone, messages, however you want to reach out to us. We are there to help you. But let's participate in this mission, 11 days for Earth healing. It's only us who can heal this Earth by rebuilding the ecology, by building up, being more responsible towards environment, by being more responsible for entire system, ecosystem. That's the only way we can rebuild it. I'll be keep repeating, I will be keep requesting, and definitely I'm happy that now we have more people who's joined us from the various parts of the world, and they would also taking forward this mission in their countries. And you'll hear about us more. I would wait for your calls, messages, whenever you feel you not need any information. And right now, goodbye. And this is 11 days for Earth healing. Today is fourth day, and which is dedicated as Ecological Corridor. Every year, same time, same date would be given the same mission, and this mission will have to fulfill together. Thank you so much.